Tribute to the founders of the 28th Annual Nagasaki Peace Ceremony. Nagasaki, the city devastated by the bitter tragedy of a nuclear bomb, dedicates this Nagasaki Bell as a symbol of the rebirth of Nagasaki and the desire of its citizens for peace in the future through sincere reconciliation and reflection on the folly of war. The Nagasaki Bell, donated by Nagasaki, Japan, December 7, 1990. The Nagasaki Peace Bell has rung every year since 1990, but has stopped ringing since 2013. Honolulu Nagasaki Peace Ceremony founders, Marcia and Ken Joyner, Francis and Valdo Viglielmo. Joyner worked closely with Valdo and Francis Viglielmo in establishing Honolulu's Nagasaki Peace Bell and the annual remembrance of the victims of the U.S. bombing of Nagasaki. She worked tirelessly for 40-plus years for civil and human rights, Native Hawaiian rights, world peace, and other progressive causes. Dr. Viglielmo assisted radiation survivors of the Nagasaki atomic bombing to have a Nagasaki Peace Bell erected and maintained next to Honolulu Hali in 1990. A noted scholar and translator of Japanese literature, he taught for 37 years in the East Asian Languages Department of Literature at the University of Hawaii, Manoa. August 6, 1945, U.S. bombs Hiroshima. August 8, 1945, President Truman signs the UN Charter and the U.S. is the first nation to join the United Nations. August 9, 1945, at 11:02 a.m., an atomic bomb, codenamed Fat Man, devastates Nagasaki with recorded temperatures of 4,000 degrees centigrade. Steel melts at 1,400 degrees centigrade. Mr. Ito, the former mayor of Nagasaki Prefecture, wrote, "Decades have passed since that day. Now the atomic bomb survivors are advancing into old age, and their memories are fading into the mist of history." The question of how to inform young people about the horror of war, the threat of nuclear weapons, and the importance of peace is therefore a matter of pressing concern. The citizens of Nagasaki pray that this miserable experience will never be repeated on Earth. We also consider it our duty to ensure that the experience is not forgotten, but passed on intact to future generations. Efforts of the Congress Against Atomic and Hydrogen Bomb Committee of Nagasaki and the Nagasaki Prefecture Hibakusha Membership Association endured a lengthy process of raising funds and negotiating with the mayor and the City Council of Honolulu for acceptance and placement of the Peace Bell Monument in an appropriate location for the general public. The citizen groups in both cities saw the success of the project in the dedication ceremony on December 7, 1990, on the grounds of City Hall. The Peace Bell was rung for the first time to the great satisfaction of the delegation of 60-plus members of the Nagasaki Hibakusha in attendance. Along with Honolulu, two other Peace Bell monuments of the same design were gifted to the city of Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, Russia, and to a city in Manchuria, northeast China. These cities felt the brunt of the Japanese military. In 1996, the Nagasaki Hibakusha reaffirmed their commitment to the spirit of the bells by sending each of the three cities additional gifts of $10,000 for monument maintenance. A Nagasaki Peace Bell gift from Nagasaki was installed in Haydn, Switzerland in 2010. The Peace Bell is one of 5 copies of the Angelus bells from the Urakami Cathedral in Nagasaki. The church was destroyed in the atomic blast. Going beyond the Nagasaki Peace Bell, the sunflower. Sunflowers, instead of missiles in the soil, would ensure peace for future generations. U.S. Secretary of Defense William Perry. Sunflowers symbolize a world free of nuclear weapons. After Ukraine gave up its last nuclear warhead, the defense ministers of the United States, Russia, and Ukraine met on a former Ukrainian missile base on June 4, 1996. They celebrated by scattering sunflower seeds and planting sunflowers, which can remove toxins, including nuclear waste, from soil and water. Taken from the book, Choose Hope.